And make sure you stain up all your board ends too, because those are going to be sticking out. There we go. We got our second one done right here. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how I build these. I'm not sure, I think the camera wasn't working on the last one, so we're going to try it again. But what we did is we took our 13-inch board, 13 and a half. Honestly, you can cut these pretty much any length. I was just using scrap pieces that I had left over. So at 13, I went about a third of the way down the board, and about a third of the way down, struck a line across. Struck a line across there, and then went ahead and pre-drilled my 2 holes right there for my 2-inch screws. Now we're going to come in from the back side, start our 2 screws, actually. So what we're going to do, right, we got our 13-inch board right here. We're going to take our little 4-inch chunk right here, and on one edge, we're going to put some glue. Line it up with your board and your screw holes. I take my square too, and that's just going to help me line it up a little better across the board. And once you got it lined up, I'm going to actually take a clamp and clamp this down. Clamp it down just like that. Come around to the back side here and send my first screw in. Boom, just like that. Pull your clamps off. Bring your square back in. Double check that you're still square. So we got a little bit off while we screwed it there. So we'll actually turn it this way just a tad. And now that's going to be square for you. So we'll take that off and we'll send in our last screw. Perfect. Double check my square. Pretty good there. Awesome. And then same thing as the last ones. We're going to take our stain here. For staining, I know they make like staining pads and whatnot. If you're doing this a lot, you're going to burn through those like crazy. What I do is just take all my old t-shirts. All my old t-shirts or pajamas or whatever that I don't use anymore. I bring them over here and I use those for my staining cloths. I just think it works good that way. I was buying the staining pads, but these things honestly work just as good. But you're just covering up your board ends here. About as simple as it gets. You got 3 board ends to cover. And then make sure you take your take a clean spot and wipe off your excess stain. Boom, and then we're just about done here. The last step we're going to do is put a pair of sawtooth. Last thing we're going to do is put a set of sawtooth hangers on these. And that process is pretty simple. Your pointy end's going down right. So I'm going to come in here. These are pretty short nails that came with it. So I think this is probably the best way I can hold it down. And since these are adjustable, I'm honestly not even lining them up perfect. I'm just kind of eyeballing the center of it. because with the way these tooths are, you can actually line it up. Yeah, it's got just a little bit more micro adjusting with the teeth on it so that they can actually level it out on the wall. It doesn't have to be dead center. And just like that, there we are. There's another one done right there. Like I said, these are just simple little, you can put anything you want on it, a little tiny plant. For my display model, I'm just going to be using these little teacups with a little, I don't even know what they call this, a little teacup holder or something. I don't know, it's a little candle holder. But that's going to sit in there with our light right there. And I'll probably bring in like some sort of fake wall. I'll probably bring in some sort of fake wall to try to hang these up from, just so I can display them a little bit better on an actual wall. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a few sets of those. So I'm actually going to make a few sets of those. I'll probably bring like six to 10 of them with me. They're super simple to build. It's going to take me 10 minutes to put these together. So might as well bring a few extra, because if they sell, you know, you'll have more. So we'll toss some of those together.